worked out what's happened with all the save files. Because I changed the save file type briefly to try to play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, any of the other games that rely on GBA now can't form new memories. Now, I'm going to have to test this with a new game later on. Not Mystery Dungeon. Mystery Dungeon can go to hell. Because I tried that one and that's what caused all of this unpleasantness. Interestingly, it doesn't seem to extend to gold version for some reason. I think it's because I made this save file after I was mucking around with Mystery Dungeon. So yeah, Pokemon Gold can form new memories. Yu-Gi-Oh! Tactics Advance. Any of those, they can't form new memories right now. Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem was what I noticed it on. I don't know about the Dragon Ball collectible card game, but Dragon Ball collectible card game's a bit dog shit anyway. So I think what I'm going to try and do copy is we're gonna just wipe this save, wipe this. I'm gonna see if this can form new memories as it is. Yep, cool. Chillin'. So it takes a while to get to the save menu in this game. You have to get through this. You have to get through this tutorial. This game is so lucky its gameplay in the mid game is good. Late game. Because this here sucks. Jeffels. That's one of my favorite names from whatchamacallit, from Film Reroll, because it's the case of they made the DM improvise and then they made him keep improvising. It's like, you're gonna take this to your boss, okay? You're gonna take this to your boss's boss. Jeffels here. It's a charming game though. This is some JK Rowling ass storytelling. What is that? What's that blocky rise? Okay, I'm just gonna aim for mute. I'm gonna use that. Okay, yeah, that's right. He's the judge stand-in, so I can't throw a snowball at the teacher. Hey, we're flanking. It doesn't apply in this game. That's not against the rules, though. That is. So was that the last class of the day, or did this teacher just take unilateral action here? Because I remember in high school PE being the last class of the day. And that was pretty chill. I didn't like cricket that much. I don't know if it's interesting to watch sometimes, but it's not something I'd want to play. I'm not really that good at footy, that's why I umpire. Yeah. Yes, I'm an umpire, and I do have some of the when I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh, I do have some of the foulest language. You know, but I don't think that brings anything into disrepute. I think if it's because it's not like I'm using this platform to shoot on co-workers. I'm not gonna do that. I think that would bring it into disrepute if I use social media to complain about my co-workers. But I'm not gonna. But like, yeah. There's work to be done. Why isn't this guy doing the work? He used to work at a bigger company before, but when his mum died, he stopped caring. He broke down big time. And then he had this weird looking eyeball monster say there was work to be done. Why aren't you doing the work? And he just said, orders, sir! See, that's the difference between home game D&D and, like, actual play. In actual play, a riff will go on for a certain amount of time, and then, like, the editors or the people in charge will try to move on with the game. In home game D&D, a riff can just keep going. Because it's not really we're not beholden to, like, our viewers or anything. So, we can just... Like, I had a session a couple of days ago where we just started with, like, a 5 to 10 minute riff on the dictionary. And why, and, like... My character's just like, yeah, this is a dumb book because, like, I already know words. Hmm. It's almost like the game system is secondary in D&D, just to a bunch of friends riffing. And yeah, the character creation is cool as well. Like, one of my players really likes making lots of different concepts. And he's starting to learn how to play them. Okay. This game should be called Final Fantasy, the book that fuckled the world. But I don't think Discord, Twitch would like me using the word fuckled in an episode title. Okay. Final Fantasy, the book that modified the world. Is that better? Why is that? Why is that bleeding into that? A couple of pixels too big. Wait a minute. There we go. I'm not sure, I could use a magic book. If you could use magic, maybe you'd be better at sports. It's not funny, dude. It's true, though. It's like... It's a bit cozy. Yeah. interesting. It's an interesting real world because it's a real world where a magic book should say they can summon Final Fantasy exists. Wish I could use magic. I guess I need. Okay. And that makes sense because it's an isekai plot. That's a good story. What lengths will boy go to get his world back? Will he destroy a world to bring back his own? Sometimes I've called this guy Zod a couple of times. He's got that same general Zod-ass motivation of he wants to, well, new Zod? I haven't paid attention much to Superman. I think like DCEU Zod wants to bring back Krypton, but then older Zods were satisfied with just ruling Earth. So like DCEU Gritty Zod is just like, I want to bring back Krypton, and Superman's just like, neck snap. I dare. I fucking dare. And yeah, it does evolve. His plan is bring back Krypton at the cost of Earth. I don't know how that even works. Is he gonna turn Earth into Krypton? What determines who... Like, everyone was changed into things. What determined who gets changed into what? Because... Ritz gets changed into a Viera. Lyle, Colin, and Guinness get turned into zombies. Vampires? I think they get turned into vampires. No, they get turned into zombos and then later they become vampires? Did the teacher become Professor Augie? So lizards exist in this world. Who was Montblanc? Because these guys are just guys who got turned into a random member of the 4 other races, or a Zambo. Well, are all the monsters just guys? Like... Are these guys just cops, IRL? IRM? In this world, in Saint Evilus, was this guy just a cop? I have so many questions I didn't think about before. With the way that these guys... Yep. Okay, we're... Oh, I can just turn those off. Okay, now I can see if that save worked. Okay, that worked. So I have two choices here. If I use again from the start, or continue playing the other save on the MGBA. I want to play two. Pirates Advance 2. Dreamer of the Rift. Soul Dragon, Dreamer of the Rift. Honestly, Dreamer would have been a more interesting final boss than Nekuruka, which it kind of is a glorified punching bag. It hits for decent damage outputs, but nothing that you can't really just deal with by that stage of the game. It's interesting, the idea that you have to fight each body part, and then each body part moves around. Oh no, the little orb thing moves around, so you don't. So his hitbox is odd. That's cool. The problem is, even on hard mode, he doesn't have good attacks. So, like, he has a 50% confusion attack. It does no damage, it's just 50% confusion. Rome, wherever that is. There's a stupid mechanic here that locks a lot of items, like Zodiac Ore, for example, behind where you place villagers. It won't tell you it does this. And later on you need the Zodiac Ore to wait, this is a batshit idea. Oh yeah, no, this is a copied folder. Wait. Hang on. This is a batshit idea, but let's see if it works. Probably this shouldn't work. But it might. Oh, I've got to... I don't know, chuck out a silver. I use these as paperweights. So this should say 238. Or... Mode battle. 238! Hey! Yo! Let's go. Okay, I got that working again. I fixed it. That's good. I'm going to do episode 46. 45B. Nah, I'll keep the numbering convention and call it 46. Badoop.